Gentlemen, you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone.
Hello and welcome. Oh, should I have asked you if you were ready? You ready, Mike?
Yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Untitled Podcast brought by the Wheel. I am your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, he's not a man, he's not a bird, he's not a plane. It's Super Mike. How you doing today, Mike?
Wow. That was a random, borderline nice one. Usually you're like, with me as always, he's a steaming pile of shit. No one loves him. How you doing, Mike?
I feel like I've shifted away from that to just go with pop culture things. I feel like in the early days it was definitely like, and here comes the worst person you've ever met.
Mike. That's me.
You big Joachim Trier guy?
What?
Joachim Trier?
Nope.
So
Don't know what that is.
He made a movie in 2022 called The Worst Person in the World. That's where I get to that from.
Did I see that movie?
I don't think so. You didn't see it with me. If you watched it, you watched it on your own.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it.
So I just bought tickets to go see his new movie, Sentimental Value. So that's why I got Joachim Trier on the brain. I gotta say this. Of all the Triers in Hollywood, I think he's the best.
Really?
Yeah, well, I just don't like Lars von Trier. Tune into
Lars von Trier?
Tune into Kotan for all of our film and movie takes. Try not to get too off track immediately talking about movies because that's what we do on Basky, Mike. That's not what we do on the Town Alone podcast.
Yeah. God damn it.
We will have a Kotan episode sometime in the next 30 days, though. Got to do the Oscars draft, Mike. Got to do the Oscars draft. Draft for the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
First pick, Oscar De La Hoya.
I'm gonna take Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a legacy pick. I like it though.
How many movies have you seen that you think are going to get nominated for Best Picture?
I don't know.
I have a lot of you were going to come.
I have a lot of catching up to do.
I figured you were going to come in here with a Demon Slayer the movie.
Yeah, that definitely should be probably Best Picture. No,
it's going to be the highest grossing movie this year, man.
It made a stupid amount of money. It was
a stupid amount of money, and Chainsaw Man's following right on its heels.
It was good. Like obviously, Ufotable crushed it again with the animation and everything, So it was a straight adrenaline rush, but the pacing was weird, Did
you log it on Letterboxd?
I don't think I ever did. Maybe I'll log it today.
There you go. We gotta start making money off Letterboxd. Fuck this whole YouTube and Spotify thing.
To start making money off this.
Our Letterboxd content is primo.
Can you make money off Letterboxd?
Who knows? We could be the first. I know Letterboxd has a Patreon, which for me is super weird. I get it. It's not this massive corporation or anything. But imagine if Mark Zuckerberg came out and said, "We are opening the Facebook Patreon."
Yeah. What is offered to you on the Letterboxd Patreon?
You get a bunch of advanced statistics and stuff and different ways you can log and sort things, and you get a little icon next to you that says Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd pay for that.
No. I might one day. I might cave. It's I've been I don't know if you've heard or not, Mike, but I've been playing chess. I'm a chess and golf guy these days.
Yeah, a real nerd.
Call me Adam Chess and Golf Guy Hess.
Yeah.
I've been playing chess, and chess.com has a paid premium, and it's just that, hey, you fucking suck. Pay us to get better.
Oh, you pay for that?
I come closer and closer to it every day, Mike. I'll just be playing a game, and so they have bots, right? You can just play against bots. Let me pull them up, because there's athlete bots, and I want to get your opinion on each of these guys.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Justin Reed.
Huh.
Could you beat Justin Reed at chess?
Is it the shoot Justin Reed? Or is this a bot?
It's a bot, but he's a 2-time Blitz Champs winner, which I don't know what that is. I assume it's some kind of football Blitz chess crossover.
Okay. I don't know if I could beat him.
He has a 1,300 ranked.
Damn.
For reference sake, I think I have 300. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was good. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you got to give me a yes or no for each of those guys. Can you beat him or not?
No, couldn't
beat Justin Reed. All right, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I could definitely take Larry.
Drew Tranquil.
What's Notre Dame? Great school. I don't think I could take him.
Chidobe Awuzie.
That's not a real person, so I can take him.
That's it. He's on the Ravens, bud. Jaylen Brown.
Boring name. I can take him.
Boring name.
Boring name.
NBA champion Jaylen Brown, sir.
Yeah, still, I can take him. Still a boring name.
Gordon Hayward.
Oof. I don't know. I feel like he had a lot of time to play chess after he destroyed his ankle, so
And then was
pretty
bad
good.
at basketball the rest of his career. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could take him.
Christian Pulisic.
What sports did he play again?
He's the Freddie Adu of soccer.
Okay. A soccer player? I could definitely take a soccer player.
Daryl Morey, who for some reason is listed under athletes.
But he's not.
No.
I don't think I could take Daryl Morey.
He's a tubby guy that drafts great backcourt players.
Yeah.
Joe Votto.
He's not a baseball player.
I think he's wearing a baseball outfit. I think maybe the Phillies based off the colors. Phillies, Cardinals, something like that. I think he's the highest ranked guy on here. He's got a 1575 ranking.
Wow, it's pretty good. I could take him though. I smoke him.
Luke.ai, which I think is Luka Doncic, but it's like he has a grandmaster rank. He has a 2500. So they like made a Luka Doncic chess player that's unbeatable.
He's unbeatable. I can't take him.
And finally, Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Jaime Jaquez. How Jaime Jaquez get on this thing? I want to say no. I feel like the Hawk's probably pretty good at chess.
I have been playing Jaime Jaquez for 2 straight days, and I cannot beat him. Can't beat him.
Can't handle the Hawk on chess. I know how to play chess. I just haven't played a lot of it.
Which way does the knight go?
It goes.
It goes. Woo.
It just goes. Yeah.
It just goes.
It just goes. It just goes.
You gotta fucking sit there. All right, Mike. Is that our? Should we go to the first ad now? Is that enough?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the first ad.
Okay, go for it.
We'll be right back to talk about Tom Brady cloning his dog.
Guess what we just had for dinner? It's sushi. Just had it.
It's so good.
Yeah. Why is this Tom Brady thing a headline?
Because he cloned his dog. I didn't know that was possible.
Who fucking cares? They cloned a sheep in like 1902 or whatever.
He's playing God.
He's playing goddamn terrible at GM. That's what he's playing.
Oh, shit. He's not a GM.
Yeah, well, everyone was like, but he's in the meetings. He's going to ruin everything. And the Raiders were terrible. We stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
Do you think that him going to all those meetings for the broadcast is why Brock Bowers is good now?
No, I think he was always good.
So really it was just the team was bad, and that's why we stopped caring. It had nothing to do with any competitive advantage at any point.
No, yeah. I'm sure if they ever get good, people will be like, Tom shouldn't be calling games anymore. This is wrong.
If Tom Brady stopped calling games, it's not like I'm feel like we're missing out on all that much. So I guess I don't have a strong.
I think he's pretty good.
It's no Greg Olson.
Yeah. I mean, you are on the opposite sides of the fence on that one. I can't. Nothing I can say to change your mind.
That's a great thing about Chris Collinsworth is we can come together in the middle and just enjoy Chris Collinsworth, who starts talking like when you start a lawnmower. Do you think he ever starts to go and he doesn't get the full sentence out? Then Al's got to go pull the cord again.
Yeah. Now here, damn it, here we go. Now here's a guy.
Mike, since we aren't going to touch on this on Basket because it's a basketball story, but I had to break the news for you. Walker Kessler is going to have season-ending surgery.
Oh my God! Is he going to get traded now?
Are they going to trade him now?
It's tragic for the Jazz.
No, the tragic play in Orlando. All right, Mike.
Damn.
With that, the NFL. That's what we talk about. That's how we pay the bills around here, Mike. That's what keeps the lights on in the town-owned offices, which are located in battle-torn Ukraine, because it's the only place that we can afford to get an office.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the NFL, Mike. We just passed a trade deadline, and I initially in our rundown had us doing a trade deadline draft, but there's like 3 trades worth talking about, so we're not going to do it. We're not going to do a draft. Fuck it. We're just going to talk about the trades. And here's how we're going to do it, Mike. I am going to pitch the trade, and you are just going to tell me who the winner and loser is. Now, it can be the player involved, it could be a team involved, or it can be us, the viewers at home. Those are your 3 options.
All right.
So it can be 1 winner and 1 loser from each thing. Easy enough?
Send it. Got it.
First, in the most notable trade, Mike, Jair Alexander to Philly with a 27-7th for a 26 6th-round pick.
That's the most notable trade.
Uh-huh.
Was Jair Alexander to Philly?
He played 61 snaps on the Baltimore Ravens through 8 games and was a healthy scratch 5 times in his 2-year tenure there.
Yeah, I mean, he's an experienced corner, and I mean, you gave up a 6th and got a 7th, and I guess like an experienced corner. So like, if you get struck with injuries, at least you're throwing a guy out there who's been on the field a good amount before. So I'm gonna say Philly wins that one.
Stop me if you've heard this before, but also Philly has a really bad CB2 problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Jair Alexander fixes that. Really.
No, yeah, he's probably not the answer.
Like, I don't know.
Long-term?
Like, do you really? Are you sitting there going, like, you're Philly's front office? Are you sitting there going, oh, thank God, we got Jair Alexander to play over Keely Ringo?
Yeah, I think it's a like one of those situations where it's like we need just like bodies at this position, and so we're just gonna grab some people. Maybe we get lucky and one of them hits. We didn't give up anything important for him, but
Who's
So
the loser in this trade?
Did anybody lose really?
Trades can't exist without a winner and a loser. Mike, you got to pick a loser.
Who lost? I guess Jair Alexander, because if he does end up playing and plays terrible, he's going to have Philly fans trying to beat him to death with like a Philly cheesesteak and throw him in the skookle. So
It's Google.
yeah, or go bury his body up in the Poconos. So it's probably Jair Alexander. He's in danger. He's in danger.
It must be. Like, everyone talks about the major markets, like New York, in hockey, Toronto, LA, as all these different places where the pressure's really on.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine being someone who fucks up something for Philly in Philly.
That's bad. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. They're going to hit you with Bradley Cooper.
Oh, yeah. They will literally hit you with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, they're going to grab him by the ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, our next trade.
Mm-hmm.
As I wrote down, Rashad. I think it's a typo. I think his name's Rashid.
Yeah, I think so.
Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks for a 4th and 5th rounder. Who's the winner? Who's the loser?
Well, I think the winner is Rashid Shaheed.
Rashad?
Rashad Shahad is definitely the winner because he's going to be going to a good team that's going to be in the playoffs. So that's always fun.
Mm-hmm. What are you saying about the Saints?
They suck.
No.
I think that was the main point I was trying to drive home with that.
Now I follow.
Also, Seattle needed it. Like they're not getting anything behind Jackson Smith-Njigba. I mean, guys stepped up against
Torrey
the commies.
Horton?
Yeah, Torrey Horton.
I'm Torrey Horton his flowers. God damn it!
Fan. I'm a Torrey Horton fan. Okay.
Has he ever heard of who?
Horton. He's never heard of who.
Has Torrey Horton ever heard of who?
The Colorado State legend. I'm a fan of his, but still, Cooper Kupp's old and not what he once was.
What's it? Okay, can we stop? We gotta have this Cooper Kupp talk.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp had how many good seasons in the NFL?
Like 3.
Yeah, and why did we ever talk ourselves into it? Because Matt Stafford showed up and turned him into a fucking flamethrower for a season.
He had that ungodly season.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Kind of it.
The Cooper Kupp reverse slander needs to stop. We need to focus more on the Cooper Kupp slander.
Straight slander.
Yeah. He's no Adam Thielen.
Yeah, just the straight slander. But yeah, I like Torrey Horton, but still, that's not he's not at this point going to probably be your wideout too. I'm not saying I don't know if Rashid Shaheed's going to be, but just adding bodies and someone with talent who I think will contribute was a smart move. The loser is I mean Cody White, Jake Bobo.
Torrey Horton.
Yeah, Torrey Horton.
Oh, I
probably
forgot about Jake
as
Bobo.
well. Yeah, Jake Bobo's still there.
Now he's gonna go live at the zoo again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those are definitely losers. Cooper Kupp might be a loser. Well, he didn't even play this last week, so he's always a loser. But
Cooper Kupp's a loser the second that Matt Stafford's not throwing the ball to him.
Yeah.
Number 2 on my list here, Mike. In no particular order. I don't know why these are listed numerically.
This is also the 3rd trade you're throwing out. So
Jacoby Meyer to the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 4th and a 6th. Jacoby Meyer's in the last year of his deal, by the way. Who's the winner? Who's the loser?
This is a tough one for me. The pick who's the winner and the loser. I mean, I'll say Jacoby Myers goes to I think a better offense. So maybe
it's
he
kind of sad
can
it's close.
right.
I think he goes to a better offense.
No, he does. He does. He goes to a better offense where he could hopefully like second half of the season put up some numbers to help up his value come free agency. So I'll say he's the winner. The losers are probably in the end the Jags because like I don't think he resigns there.
Whoa.
And
Breaking news here, Mike?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to end up resigning, and so he's going to. They're basically gonna, I mean, they didn't give up a lot. It was a fourth and a sixth or a fourth and a fifth.
Fourth and a fifth.
Fourth and a fifth. Basically the same price as Rashid Shaheed. Literally the same price, some would say. So, like, I get it. You got, like, Travis Hunter's out. You need some receivers, so you go and grab them. But I don't think, like, even though Jacksonville's playing good this year, like, I don't think they're going to go and, like, win the Super Bowl. So why are you, like, just, like, live with what you have. Just live with what you have and see how good of a year you can make it instead of making a trade that I think at the end of the year the dude's walking anyway. So
my 2 Jacoby Myers trade thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
1, I think that this is because Jacoby Myers catches everything you throw at him, and the Jaguars keep leading the league in EPA loss to drop balls.
True.
Which, if Jacoby Myers can't turn that around, it really is a Trevor Lawrence question.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, I think this is a really bad Eagles impersonation trade. Because the Eagles would trade for a guy who is in the final year of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Think Hassan Reddick. He comes in, plays for 1 season, walks, gets a big contract somewhere else after playing really well, and they get a compensatory pick that probably exceeds the picks they gave up.
Yeah.
But, A, I don't think that this works that well with mid-season acquisitions for wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And B, Jacoby Meyer in this system isn't going to be a guy who like blows up, goes somewhere, and gets a $20 million contract.
Yeah.
Like Jacoby
That's
Meyer
fair.
is going to be like the second receiver on the Titans next year.
Yeah, and I don't think like it's not a huge loss for Jacksonville because like I said, you gave up a fourth and a fifth, so you're giving up day 3 picks. So it's not like it's fine, but I mean in the end it's just going to be a moot thing. Because I mean like in the end you gave up the picks, which like whatever, but it's not like Jacoby Myers all of a sudden makes people go, oh, Jacksonville could make a run. They could do this.
Yeah, because he can't play cornerback.
Yeah, exactly.
I only believe in Jacksonville when they have wide receivers who can play cornerback.
Yeah. So like it's a nothing trade.
Quinnen Williams, Mike, traded from the New York Jets to the Dallas Cowboys for a 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 first-round pick. And Mozzie Smith, if that really moves the needle for you at all.
That doesn't really move any needle.
The 2027 pick going to the Jets will be the better of the Cowboys' 2 first-round picks that year, by the way.
Yeah, so I was about to say, I didn't know like things like that happened in the NFL.
Yeah, the way I picture NFL trades are Bill Belichick calls Jerry Jones and goes, I'll give you a 7th for Oscar De La Hoya and a 6th. And Jerry Jones goes, deal! And then that's it.
Yeah. So I didn't know there was like conditions on trades and like picks and stuff like that. So that was news to me.
This is the only way I can see the NFL turn into the NBA. Because here's the thing. We're going to spend 15 minutes talking about the NFL trade deadline. The NFL trade deadline sucks shit. Every year it does.
Yeah.
Every year.
I mean,
even this year it sucks shit.
I feel like every year like the NFL tries to give us something come deadline day and like they're out like a decent trade that's like somewhat juicy. So we have something we can at least like talk about, like find some way to talk about it and get content out of it. But no, it's never as exciting as the other leagues.
Kind of like the NBA last year. The Thunder really got stolen by a Dallas trade nowhere near the trade deadline. So nothing was going to match the Micah Parsons trade.
Right.
Which this Quinnen Williams trade is like marginally less than the Micah Parsons trade, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm going to say the
depth defensive lineman and a second and a first instead of a depth defensive lineman and 2 firsts. That's wild. That's wild how close this is to the Micah Parsons trade.
I think the winner here is the Jets. Because I mean, Quinnen Williams is still playing good football. He's not what he was like 2 or 3 seasons ago, where we thought of him as where we thought of him as like one of the best tackles in the league. Now he's 27, almost 28. He's taken like a slight step back, like decline in his play. And the next 2 years, he's got a base salary of 20.7 million and 25.4 million. So they're rebuilding. They get out from that, which is good for them. The loser, I think, the loser is the Cowboys.
I think the loser's Cowboys fans.
Yeah. Because, well, I see here, because I double checked his contract deets, that there is an out come 2027.
And we know Jerry loves to take those outs instead of paying guys 2 weeks too late for way more money than they're worth.
Right. There's an out with a dead cap of only 5 million. But even in saying that, like that means next year at least you're going to be on the hook for this 20.7 million, and you are already a organization in cap hell. Also, great, you got a defensive tackle who's not going to help your pass rush that you don't have because you traded away Micah Parsons.
They turned Micah Parsons into moving down 1 round in the draft, Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, like that's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good. Like Jerry can sit there and be like, "Matt, we got Quinnen Williams. He's really good," because like Jerry doesn't know what year it is,
or where the sun's going to be,
or where the sun's going to be. So, fine. Like he did something. Like I do think Quinnen Williams makes the Cowboys defense better, not astronomically better.
They also added Logan Wilson with a 7th round pick from one of the only defenses as bad as Dallas.
Yeah. Like what? That's so weird.
Mike, in the final, the cake topper trade. Sauce Gardner to the Indianapolis Colts for a 2026 and 2027 first and Adonai Mitchell.
Sauce
Gardner.
The man, the myth. The sauce man, the sauce boy, the sauce stuff.
First cornerback to ever be all-pro in his first 2 seasons in the NFL.
Yeah, and then it's kind of been like a decline the last couple of years. But I will say he's on like a terrible team with a defense that isn't overall good. So he probably gets picked on a lot or heavily targeted. I don't know. I still think there's like only like his 4th year in the league. I still think there's a lot of upside to Sauce. Giving up 2 first-round picks, plus
the Jamal Adams trade. Yeah.
Plus Adonai Mitchell, who, I mean, they were done with him the second he dropped that ball on the way into the end zone. They were just like, "You're dead. You're dead to us. I hate you." Like I get it. Like the Colts are in the midst of a very good year, and so it's like, make the move, go for it, make the move, like get like a starting corner. Let's go for it. My only concern is you gave up 2 first-round picks when you don't know if you have a QB.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to like look at the DJ story this year and be like, "Oh, look who he's playing." We also saw what happened last week.
Yeah.
And I know it's only 1 week, but still, when you take that 1 week and then you look at his track record before coming to Indianapolis, you're like, "Uh-oh."
I feel like so in general, I have a lot of negative emotions towards both of the Jets trades on both sides of the deal that we can get into in a second. I kind of want to talk about the Jets just a little bit overall coming out of this. But I feel like I have to pat Chris Ballard on the back because I spent years with him being in like Yizer plan mode.
Yeah.
Where I was like, dude, just do something. Like just anything. Like stop drafting wide receivers and relying on Quentin Nelson to be like a top 5 guard and hoping that one of these random veteran quarterbacks you sign hits. Just do anything.
Yeah.
And finally he did. He did something, right? The team's in go mode. The stink is getting his scent everywhere. And they did something. So I gotta pat Chris Ballard on the back for that.
Right.
I think it's an overpay.
I think so.
I don't think that it shifts our Super Bowl odds. It addresses a weakness, but not like the weakness. So you did something. You got a young player in his prime on a very expensive contract at the position. But like, why couldn't you have just sent that package for Micah Parsons in preseason?
So yeah, I was about to say like Sauce Gardner's good, but this is literally basically the same package is what the Cowboys got for Parsons, which was two first-round picks, and then the amazing Kenny Clark. Parsons is next to Myles Garrett as like the best at what he does at his position.
Right, and even
I don't
if,
know if I'm
even if
saying
you want
that
to
about
say
Sauce Gardner.
Even if you want to say Sauce Gardner second to Patrick Surtain, right? Just to play pretend for a second. The second best quarterback in the league is so much less of an impact than the second best pass rusher in the league. And even if you want to say, okay, they're getting good CB2 play, their nickel corner is a huge problem in Indianapolis. But now they have two solid cornerbacks, including one that you expect to be an all-pro caliber guy once he's on a better defense. Like, I get that it's like shoring up the sides, but you're still giving up game-changing value for a non-game-changing position.
Right. And like you still have like I feel like there's still so many positions on that team that are question marks to where it's going to be like, damn, I probably wish we had those first-round picks to address those positions going forward.
For instance,
and now you don't. Yeah, potentially quarterback and, a slew of other positions.
Whoever tests their stretching bands before allowing players to use them. Probably need to draft a new one of those guys.
Exactly.
A whale biologist. I assume that they're very understaffed at whale biologists since the unfortunate, untimely death of Jim Irsay.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more of these Colts jokes I can rip off before I'm really out of them.
Right. Like, I love the whole, like, Charlie Irsay is amazing. We all love her. And it's like, okay, well, if DJ turns back into a pumpkin and, like, this trade blows up in your face and you guys are back, like, in the dumpster, then we'll see how good of an owner she is. And if she is a good owner, you know what she'll do? Fire Chris Ballard, get a good GM, and then walk away. That's what good owners do. They hire good GMs, good coaches, and they walk away.
Out on Chris Ballard, Mike Regan.
Yeah.
You know what I want any of our listeners or viewers to do? Especially our viewers, I should say. I guess our listeners would be a really hard request. But you know what I want our viewers to do? I love our viewers to draw the rooms we're in. Just based off this one angle.
Mine's going to be a lot easier to draw.
I'm just looking at, like, people don't know what's behind me here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. So let's talk the Jets real quick.
Yeah. I like what they did. You don't.
So it's not that I don't like it, right? So to recap, the Jets acquired 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick in the next 2 drafts while moving off Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, as well as A.D. Mitchell and whoever they acquired in the Quinnen Williams trade that doesn't really matter all that much. Mozzie Smith.
Yeah.
Their defense now is completely devoid of any quality players, including Sauce Gardner, who they just paid a big contract to. They got rid of basically all their youth and depth on the defensive side, while on the offensive side, keeping their top wide receiver, Garrett Wilson. I got Cardinals brain. Garrett Wilson, and their running back, Breece Hall. Here's what I like about it. They have the building blocks of a very good offensive line with Armin Membu and Elijah Vera Tucker. They have a great, high-quality, knows what to do on every single down running back who's stepping into the position. And they have a no-question number 1 wide receiver. So, and they're the worst team in the league, let's be clear. So, you can imagine them going into the draft, getting the number 1 overall pick, and having, without considering any of these additional picks they picked up, the infrastructure to immediately have a rookie quarterback step in and not get Cam Warded.
Yes.
That's good business. And then they have these extra picks to build around him, which is it's the Detroit model. It's the 76ers model. But it's the OKC model. How about that? That's kind of a way to put it. What I don't like about it is fully calling it quits on someone of Sauce Gardner's caliber. Now, you could say paycheck this, paycheck that. You could say the value that they got for that is unquestionable. But now their defense, they're going to be putting anyone else who comes into this position, they're going to be putting them in a position with a horrible defense. And I mean, like, years out from being any quality defense with 0 pieces on it that you would say are notable. So you bring a rookie quarterback in. Mike, what for the last decade, what have people told us is the most valuable thing in football?
Quarterbacks?
Close enough. Quarterbacks on a rookie salary.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Quarterbacks on a rookie salary are the most valuable thing in football. So now you're going to be wasting if say they take Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall this year.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ty Simpson for Mike's sake.
Yeah.
They take Ty Simpson number 1 overall this year.
Yeah.
They're going to be wasting what? 4 years? His entire rookie contract before they have a defense that's anything close to competitive.
I think that's dramatic to say it will take them 4 years to build a defense.
Let's say a decade.
But a decade, that's way dramatic. I think you could rebuild a defense in 2 seasons.
2 seasons?
Yeah, I think you can. If you know,
are they trading back for Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams?
If you're as good of a NFL GM as I would be, if someone would return my calls or look at my resume, I think you can rebuild a defense in 2 years, 3 years max. But I think you can rebuild a defense in 2 years.
I think that
draft.
We found an in-person stream where I'm going to hand you the Jets in GM mode, and you got to build them from this into a Super Bowl caliber defense in 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, when you look the draft capital they have, they saved cap space for next season. They saved, I think it was something like $23 million in 2027, which is the same year that they're going to have 3 first-round picks. Like next year is going to be miserable again. New Jersey. I'm sorry. So like strap in for that. But in 2027 is not going to be much better. But then like that 2027 offseason, 2026 is going to suck. The 2027 offseason, like you guys are going to have money, you're going to have draft picks, and you're going to be able to really build something back into being competitive over the next 2 years. I think it's going to be fun. Like they're going to be one of the most fun teams to fantasy GM with the assets they have now.
So let me ask you this.
Do you know? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Darren Moogie, current GM of the New York
Moogie.
Jets.
Yeah. The Moog.
Is he there in 2028?
He just took the job, didn't he?
He took the job, in 2025.
Yeah, he'll still be there.
What about Aaron Glenn?
Aaron Glenn, I guess that depends on what they do this offseason. If they feel like they do...
You're so bad. You're so bad at ESPN First Take content.
Well, that's because I'm not I'm not a shock jock. I'm an intelligent man, okay? I'm an intellectual. A man of culture, if you will. No, I was just going to say, like, if they make enough moves this offseason to be like, all right, Aaron, we shouldn't be picking in the top 5. And then then they might shit can him. But I don't know. I think I still like have hope. I still like Aaron Glenn, so I think he could still be there come 2028 or 2020, for sure 2027. I think he gets the rest of this year, obviously. I think he gets next season. And then he'll be there to start 2027, and we will see how it goes after they do a lot of moving and shaking in the next 2 off seasons. 2027 season is going to be the time for him to show noticeable growth into being competitive. My only knock against the Jets in this is you didn't go far enough.
Should have traded Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson.
I don't know about Garrett. I don't know about Garrett Wilson. Because I think finding like a legit wide receiver 1 is harder to find than a legit running back 1. Sue me. Oh, sorry, not to discredit all great running backs, but you could have probably got something decent for Breece Hall, unless the offers were just that bad that they wouldn't do it.
It's a running back, man. I get that people were linking to all these teams, but let's take a team that people were like, oh, what if he goes here? Minnesota. You're oh my god, whatever their GM's name is, who I'm blanking on right now. Mm-hmm. But you're the GM of Minnesota. What are you offering for Breece Hall?
Yeah, I was gonna throw this your way. What is an appropriate amount for Breece? What is something you couldn't say no to for Breece Hall? Is it as something as simple as we'll give you a second and a fourth?
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Because it's a running back, so it's not like other positions where there's so much more value on it.
Yeah, so I would rather have a second and a fourth to take shots at running back than I would want to have Breece Hall.
Right, you're never getting what I think did McCaffrey net Carolina first?
He got a second, a third, and a fourth, and
exactly.
maybe a fifth, but I think it was the second, third, and fourth for sure.
Yeah, so if you're not getting a first for McCaffrey, you're probably not getting one for Breece Hall, and Breece Hall's great. And I think on a better team, he'd be putting up I think it could be a Saquon situation. They're different kind of players, but it could be a situation where if you put him on a better team, better offense, no, actually, like you said, the Jets have the they've planted seeds of having a very good offensive line. So that's true. But just put him on a better team in general. Like Breece Hall would pop off and put up fantastic numbers. But yeah, I mean, even best case scenario, you like I said, you get like a second and a fourth. Maybe if you trade him to Minnesota, they're like, we're gonna give you a second and Aaron Jones, and you're like, sure.
So here's where I'll disagree with you, right? Because I think that some of this is spreadsheet thinking. It's looking at the numbers and saying what's the plus value for trading away Breece Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a diminishing return. I think at the point where you have 3 firsts and multiple seconds and all of this cap room, it matters a little bit less to get a late day 2, early day 3 pick for a running back who is very good right now.
Mm-hmm.
And second, like there's just like an intangible quality to the fact that, you know, it'd be great is if when Cam Ward had come in to the NFL this year, if the Titans had Derrick Henry still, right? Like having someone reliable. Yeah, and Mike Vrabel and maybe not Cam Ward. What makes having Breece Hall a little bit more impactful than a day 2, day 3 pick is that he knows the offense. He's going to come in, and you know as a play caller, you have someone reliable for when your college quarterback, when your Ty Simpson gets in here and the lights are a little too bright and the pass rushers are a little too fast, you have a guy that can just run it between the, into the B gap and get 5 yards, get 6 yards, put you ahead of the sticks.
That's fair. I will agree with that.
That's fair. They don't do that on First Take. You're supposed to scream at me and throw things. And spit.
I'm supposed to be like, "Who was on crack?"
Still, the all-time moment in sports media. We should have shut down sports media at that point, honestly.
Yeah. Do you remember when?
Be sure to tune in. People... Let me see if I can get this right. Be sure to tune in to the Max Kellerman Rick West pod.
No,
coming soon.
You're an asshole.
That's an inside joke for you folks at home. And also, don't go listen to anything on theringer.com. Just come listen to us over and over again. We stream on Thursdays. You can hit that little subscribe button and the bell. We post shorts now. There's shorts. We got shorts, Mike. There's shorts.
And like at least once, possibly like on average twice an episode, we do a Bill Simmons impersonation. So you basically get everything you want from the Ringer here.
Yeah, here. Let's crowbar one in since we're talking about this. You want to tell me where you think the Jets draft capital ranks in the NFL?
So it's I'd say like 7, 8 range, like 7.5.
See, there you go. We're basically the Bill Simmons podcast.
Basically, Bill Simmons podcast. Good job by you.
Just only one of us has crippling gambling addiction.
Yeah. Oh, that's me. Oh no. Do you remember when like there was a moment in time where people thought like Braylon Allen was going to be a thing?
Yeah. Then he got hurt. Yeah. That's what you get for being tall, dumb fuck.
Yeah. It just shows that you can't have 2 running backs whose like first name are like too close.
Same initials.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
same initials.
Yeah.
But like Breece, Braylon, they can't do that. It's gonna be way too confusing.
Neither one of them has like a normal American name. Brandon. Yeah. Where's Brandon Hall?
I guess
Let's go Brandon Hall.
Let's go Brandon Hall. I guess you have swayed me on the reasons to have kept Breece Hall. But I'm just saying, like, my pushback to that is, okay, so let's say the Jets, they're going to suck next year. They do a lot of moves this offseason, but still not be a playoff team next year. Do a bunch of moves the following offseason. 2027 is where they show the growth. 2028 is when they're actually a competitive, good team who's trying to win something.
By the way, they had there was a 2-year spread.
Yeah.
Where they had the same amount of picks. And that was 2021 and 2022, or 2020 and 2021.
Different GM.
When they took Zach Wilson.
Different GM.
And the reason I say that isn't to be like, look at how dumb these fucks are. They took Zach Wilson. It's simply that. It doesn't matter how good your draft capital is. It doesn't matter how good your plan is. If you fuck up at quarterback, it's all out the window.
No,
you know who they took with that? You know who a player they took in that draft was, Mike?
Who?
Sauce Gardner.
Saucy boy. What I was gonna say was Breece Hall. By the time it's like, all right, now we're competitive again and can possibly win something. Best case scenario, 2028. Breece Hall is going to be 3 years older and he's a running back. So that's why it's like, hey, if we're not going to be competitive during his prime, then let's go ahead and move him out for like depending on what team they send him to, like a second and like free season tickets to that team, whatever they're offering. But that is true. I would actually make an argument, and then we can move on.
We already should have moved on.
Okay, well, last thing, and then we can move on because we definitely need to. Is that I make an argument that come the 2027 draft, if you're a Jets fan, you're hoping they don't make all 3 of those first round picks. You're
always on this beat. You're so wrong.
I didn't say I for sure think this. I'm saying you can make the argument that depending on the draft class, if you could say, I can take 3
supposed to be very strong.
Yeah, if I could take all 3 picks, or I could take 2 picks, I could package 2 of those picks to move up and get a guy who's more likely to be a surefire hit. There's a lot of factors. I'm hedging like usual. I'm fence sitting like usual. I'm saying there's a lot of factors.
You're always on the don't make those picks trade.
No.
You were on that forever with the Sabres.
Well, no, that was different. I was on that.
We're moving on. I'm gaslighting you. We're moving on.
No,
it's getting edited out. You can say whatever you want. I'm cutting it. It's not going to show up in the podcast.
I was on that with the Sabres a decade into their playoff drought. Or I was like, you're not making. Look, you've made the picks the last 10 years. It's not fucking working.
Wait, we had this conversation 10 years ago?
No, that's not. All right, moving on.
See, the joke was that they've been in the playoff drought for 2 decades, Mike.
Yes.
2 decades.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, you're a real. Are you surprised they didn't trade Tyrod for a 5th?
Isn't his foot disconnected from his body or something right now?
Yeah, he's walking around in a boot and with a needle sticking out of his chest. Put me in, coach.
Looks like Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Dan Quinn would probably make him play. He made poor Jaden Daniels go out there down by 30 so he could snap his elbow in half. I'm just kidding. I don't agree with that criticism. I was just joking.
Yeah, that's one of those that no one would have mentioned it if
he didn't get hurt. Yeah, I agree.
But he did, and now his career's over, Mike. They still put him on IR.
Trade up. Trade Daniels. Trade up and draft the Nussbus.
Yeah.
Just keep drafting LSU QBs. Just keep doing it.
Well, think about it. If we snipe Nussbus from the Saints, think about how much left to pay to get him to play with his dad.
Oh, that's true. You could possibly get 2 first-round picks in Kenny Clark.
We'll get. I was gonna say we were gonna get Spencer Rattler, but I guess I'll take 2 first-round picks in Kenny Clark.
The Rattler steak.
Mike. Wow, we have no look forward segments on this. Probably pick some games of the week at some point. I guess we're doing pool picks. Let's
we can just merge those together.
Let's do a little look back though at week 9 here real quick, Mike. As all the viewers around the world know, we took the Arizona Cardinals and made them team talent alone for the 2025-2026
It was Adam's idea. It was all Adam's idea.
Mike, the good news for us is Kyler Murray is now on the IR.
Oh, he is.
Yep, officially went on IR today.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think that football that got snapped in his face rattled his entire career apart. So now,
yeah, sure, he's too hurt. They have to put him on the IR. They're not trying to save face by not just straight up benching him. They're like,
you think he's calling up Aaron Judge right now to see if he can still play on the Yankees?
Oh, was he drafted by the Yankees?
He was drafted by the Yankees, the first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
But we play a little game around here, Mike.
I'm trying to imagine tiny Kyler Murray around in the bases, man.
Well, remember the World Series when Kiki Hernandez got knocked over?
Great name, by the way. Yeah, I do.
Kyler Murray's smaller than Kiki Hernandez, so that's what that would look like. Yeah.
Gorgeous man, by the way.
Kiki Hernandez? Yeah,
I don't watch a lot of baseball, and I was watching the World Series, and I was like, dear God.
Kyler Murray kind of looks like a guy that would play a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
He's got to be. No, we're not getting into that. That's mean. So we play a little game here with Team Talent Alone where we guess the PFF grades for every week that we show up and do a podcast. But usually we do that on our Monday show. They played on Monday, so we're going to do it. So now we're going to do it on the Tuesday show, Wednesday show. What today? It's Wednesday. We're going to do it on the Wednesday show.
Hump day.
And then we'll talk a little Jacoby Brissett after that, I guess. I don't know. We'll preview their week 10 matchup in very brief. But the fun part is the PFF grade guessing.
Yes, of course.
So, Mike, well, I guess I didn't really explain the game. I guess the PFF grades. You are looking at the PFF grades. I'm trying to guess the top 5 players by PFF grade. Mm-hmm. Minimum, 40% of the snaps or something like that?
We decided on 50, which means
that makes more sense.
That's like
when we do a mock draft and I start recapping at pick 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did round up because it wasn't an even split this week, but so I did Right, round up. The point is, all right, ignore everything I just said. They need to have this week at least 32 snaps.
At
Is
least
what these
32
players
snaps.
need to have played. Yes.
Okay. So right off the bat, I'm mainly picking this guy because we gotta talk about him a bit, Mike. Walter Nolan. Here's a guy who just gets on the field, knows how to play football, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some things to say after we get to this list. Walter Nolan was third. He had a 81.7 overall defensive grade, 82.5 in run defense, 71 in tackles, 65.2 in pressures, had 2 stops, 2 tackles for loss, one of which was the sack, and deflected a pass.
Do you know?
First game in the NFL, by the way.
I looked this up to confirm this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know he has more tackles for loss than Shamar Stewart?
That's Shamar Stewart, yes, I did know that.
Number 2, Mike, staying on board with Mike Regan's a draft expert, Will Johnson.
Fuck yeah. He came in number 5. He just made the list with a 76.7 defensive grade, 77 grade in coverage. Had a forced fumble, a pass breakup, forced incompletion, 5 solo tackles, and this had nothing to do with his PFF grade, but he was the only defensive player outside of Budda Baker to play every defensive snap.
Gannon loves those dime looks with all corners.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, nickel looks with all corners, where they still have just like one true safety back there with Budda Baker playing that.
Yeah, Budda, timeless legend, that Budda Baker.
Not to spoil what's coming up later on, but Cardinals played their little dicks off on defense this week.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, that was great.
Played their baby dicks off.
Gannon was in his bag, man. It was a good week for blank is in their bag. We had Gannon in his bag game. We had Piss Pants Ben Johnson in his bag game. We had a Sean McDermott in his bag game.
Yeah.
Number 3, once again, the Mike Regan special, Marvin Harrison Jr.
He came in number 2 this week, 84.9 offensive grade, 82.8 specifically in receiving. He went 7 of 10, had 13.7 per reception, 1 tutty, 6 firsts. I accidentally wrote 16 in my notes, and I was like, that can't possibly be right. And most notably, he shattered poor Deron Bland's ankles into oblivion on his touchdown.
That slant.
Yeah.
That slant was like it was worth the draft capital move.
Yeah.
It turns out that all you need is someone who isn't Kyler Murray, and suddenly you're like, man, this Marvin Harrison Jr. kid's going places.
Yeah, also, I won't go through the numbers because obviously I'm throwing a lot of stats out there, which probably isn't the best podcast content. And I also forgot to write them down. But if you have a PFF subscription, actually, you don't even need that. Just go look at the numbers for Deron Bland in that game. Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's a good thing that we have not been hammering the Deron Bland beat the way we did a couple seasons ago.
No.
It's a good thing this season that we were just on the I don't know, who's our cornerback? I guess Will Johnson has been our cornerback this season.
He's been mine for sure. I think we did a good job of we talked a lot about him when he stepped in for Diggs. He had a good year. We're like, yeah, Deron Bland. And the second he started playing bad, we were like, yep, moving on.
Yep.
We didn't hang on to that stock.
Number 4 on my list. To stay consistent with the Mike Regan All-Stars, Joshua Sweat.
Pride of the 757, baby. Came in 4th, 81.5 defensive grade, 79 in pressures. You know what my dude did this week? 11 pressures, 2 sacks, 2 QB hits, 7 hurries, 24.2% win rate.
So
1/4 of the time, he made the offensive lineman look goofy.
I sat down and I was like, God, I just got too much on my plate. I'm just going to watch the highlights of this game and see how much I can get from the PFF grade. And when I was watching the highlights, Josh Sweat was in the kitchen so much for this game that I went, fuck, I'm going to go back and watch the full game. So I just watched I watched every defensive snap. That's it. I didn't watch any of the offense. I only watched the defensive snaps. And I was just like, all right. I had it up on the All-22. And they go to the behind the quarterback shot. Or I should say the end zone shot. And I'd be like, all right, where's Josh Sweat? Gonna look at him. And he found me, Mike. Before I had the chance to locate him, he was in the backfield.
Yes. Had another great game.
Last one, number 5. Once again, on the side of the ball that I really ground the tape on, Garrett Williams.
No, he didn't make it.
Fuck.
He did have a good
I almost
game.
got it. Was it Paris Johnson Jr.? I was going to go with the safe pick.
Nope.
Jacoby Brissett?
Nope.
Who was it?
All right, so I'll go ahead and give you number 5 first. and that goes to the best corner in last year's draft class that no one listened to me about, Will Johnson.
I picked Will Johnson. Oh, you're giving... Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Did you pick Will Johnson?
Yeah, we talked about him.
Oh, we did. That's right. Oh, okay. Oh, so you did. You got 4. I'm sorry. I got confused.
I got
the person you missed, who was the number 1, was another guy who I talked about because I said that my favorite draft class, who I thought drafted the best, was the Arizona Cardinals. Denzel Burke, baby.
Really?
National champion of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Denzel Burke, had a 90.8 PFF grade, which is the exact same as his coverage grade. Had a pick, which obviously weighs heavily in how PFF does things. A pass breakup, a forced incompletion. Only gave up 8.3 per reception. More importantly, only 8 yards after the catch. That's very important. So here's the funny thing. He didn't start. Max Melton started and played 29 snaps. He had a defensive grade of 50.5 for reference. Denzel Burke played 39 snaps off the bench and played phenomenal.
Damn, he must have just been over the barrier, right?
Yeah, 32 was the barrier, but he got over it.
He had some breathing room. He had some breathing room. Well, there you go, Mike. Great defensive game. You want to rub your little dick to the team.
No, I already ridiculous, but I just want to hammer. I said this 2 years ago, because the commies took Sandra Still, who played very well and was probably underdrafted. And I was like, you know what doesn't hurt is taking players who won national championships as starting players.
Yeah.
And it's worked out pretty well for Denzel Burke, who was a 2nd or 3rd round pick.
Also, it worked really well for the Philadelphia Eagles, who won a Super Bowl by just drafting SEC players from Georgia. So
yes, very smart, very smart.
All right, Mike. Let's do a quick preview on the Cardinals Seahawks game.
Okay.
Not going to get too far into it because I guess our preview is kind of going to be survivor pool and then any additional notes we have. Yeah. But this game, it's Cardinals at Seahawks. Mm-hmm. Brissett starting, Kyler to the IR. They already confirmed that it was going to be Brissett before this, but now it's confirmed that it's because Kyler's going to the IR. This is the second game between these two franchises so far this season, as happens with divisional opponents. The first one was a Thursday night game. Seahawks won 23-20 on a last-second field goal.
Yep.
I suspect this game is going to go quite differently because the Seahawks team looks awesome.
Yeah, they're in buzzsaw mode.
Now, I will say, they're in buzzsaw mode against maybe the worst defense in the NFL right now with the injuries, Washington Commanders.
Yeah. They were playing good before that, though.
Yeah, but they've just overwhelmed with injuries. I mean, there's nothing left. There's nothing left on the bone for them. I don't know, man. I think this is going to be...
I was saying the Seahawks were playing well before the Commies game.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be another big Walter Nolan game, if I'm being honest with you. The Seahawks cannot run the ball. And Walter Nolan's a big motherfucker in the middle of the field.
Grown-ass man.
Grown-ass man, that Walter Nolan. What big matchup here? Jackson Smith and Jigba against Garrett Williams. I guess Garrett Williams more of a slot. Maybe Will Johnson.
Yeah, Garrett Williams, I looked at it, played a lot of the slot corner this weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it will be a lot of Will Johnson probably.
Probably bracketing him with the safety over the top, yeah. I mean, if you could take Jackson Smith and Jigba out of the game somehow, you've won.
No, Raheed Shaheed could go off for 202 yards. Why? That was a really specific number I just said.
Did you have any thoughts on this game, Mike?
I guess just to lead in for our next segment, this is one of the games I wrote down as like when I eliminated all the teams I already took. This is one of my few options this week for Survivor is to take the Seahawks against
this is
the Cardinals.
Such a stay away from me.
It should be, but I don't have a lot of great options this week.
Who you picking? Who you taking? You got the spread up?
Shit. According to, I don't have a sports book open in front of me, but according to one website I've open in front of me, they have the current line at 6.5 Seattle.
6.5 Seattle. What side of that are you going to be on, Mike? Well, not literally be on. Please don't gamble, kids.
I gamble, kids.
Gambling's bad.
And I'm cool. All the cool kids are doing it.
Like Cousin Sal.
I'm going to try not to get sucked up into how Arizona played on Monday.
Yeah.
And say go ahead and take the Seattle minus 6.5.
Let me also say
I don't know though. Cardinals defense is looking good right now.
It's looking good right now
because they're healthy.
And I think that does in some manner favor taking the Cardinals just because this could end up being a pretty low scoring game with Brissett on one side and a very good Cardinals defense or an improving Cardinals defense on the other. Can we maybe pump the brakes a little bit on the Sam Darnold MVP talk?
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Yeah. It's just a little bit. Listen, we would all love a Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones MVP just because it'd be fucking weird, and I would never know how to explain that to, I was going to say my kids, but I guess someone else's kids.
Yeah.
But maybe we don't need to have them come off of a impressive win against the Texans and then not so impressive win against a Commanders team that is so close to bringing Adrian Peterson out of retirement to play some snaps.
Anybody who's thinking about voting for him for MVP, I think you should just play them the highlights from like week 18 against Detroit with the 1 seed on the line,
or the wild card run after that. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you really want to hit your wagon, guys?
So you taking Seattle? Taking Arizona? Who you taking?
I think Seattle wins. I think the Cardinals cover though. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say I do think the Cardinals cover.
I'll take Seattle minus 6.5 just so we're on opposite sides of it. Honestly,
Okay.
It's kind of a coin flip thing for me. What? You want to do a quick oddly specific prediction?
My oddly specific prediction is, MHJ and JSN both go for over 100.
Well, that's fun.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I'm gonna say Walter Nolan, top PFF grade in the game. How's that? Is that good?
I like that. That's good. That's good.
I feel like we've never thrown out a PFF grade prediction before.
We haven't. No, we haven't.
That makes it fun. It's fun, Mike. I like
We're
fun,
having fun,
Senator. Do you like fun?
Yeah.
All right, Mike. From there, we're going to move on, and we're going to talk Survivor Pool.
It's Survivor Pool.
The Survivor Pool. Mike, you are still alive in our Survivor Pool.
Barely
alive. By the skin of Cam Little's teeth, you're alive. Yes. I have 4 games that I'm proposing. 4 games I'm proposing this week.
Mm-hmm.
Giving out picks for all you kids out there. And don't worry, guys. We'll be making a short on this. It'll come out on Saturday. We made a short out of the last one. And you know what, Mike? Mm-hmm. It didn't do as well as the VJ Edgecombe one, which is
still crushing it.
Best piece of content we are ever going to make on this dumb website. I'll give you my questionable one, but honestly not a bad pick one first.
Mm-hmm.
Saints at Panthers. The Saints are at the Panthers.
This is so funny because when I went on to the website for this Survivor Pool I'm in to double check which teams I already taken today, and on the right there they had the top 10 teams that are being taken. Number 1 most taken team as of right now was the Carolina Panthers.
I get it, because when else are you going to get the opportunity to take the Panthers?
But it's the Panthers.
You
see how they're winning games, people? I'm not touching that. If anything, I'm hoping there's 4 people left. I'm hoping the other 3 people that I'm going up against take it. And then I can just put on my Tyler Shuck jersey and hope.
I think that they should sell them with his number, but they should say SHUCK on the back.
Spelled properly, yes, I agree.
Yeah. Rico Dowdle's questionable.
Uh-oh.
Now, if Rico Dowdle's out, this is the biggest stay away of all stayaways. It is a divisional matchup, but there's never going to be another time to take the Panthers.
This is it, yeah.
This is it. This is the time to take the Panthers.
Yeah.
The Panthers' defense is bad. The Panthers' offense is bad. Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler are the same person.
Panthers' defense is bad?
I meant Seattle. Man, I'm really fucking up. New Orleans defense is bad. New Orleans offense is bad. Chris Olave didn't get traded, even though we all thought he would.
Mm.
Olave might be the best player left, but with Shuck throwing the ball to him, so take it with a grain of salt.
Questionable.
Honestly, my biggest fear with this game is Shuck gets hurt because he's 90 and has fake knees.
Yeah.
And we get Spencer Rattler. By God, is that Spencer Rattler's music performance? And they go buck wild and manage to win a game 7-0 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or that Bryce Young's all over the place, I guess.
Well, you know me. I've clung on to my Bryce Young stock. It's still not going great, but I'm hanging on to it.
It's Enron. You've clung on to your stock until it's at 0.
Well, there's no point in getting rid of it now. It ain't worth nothing. So I might as well hang on to it. Panthers are currently a 5.5 point favorite. There's no game where the Panthers should be a 5.5 point favorite, people.
No, but the Panthers have won 4 of their last 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other time that you could take the Panthers is Panthers at Saints, December 14th.
So you might as well take them now when they're at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next one up I have for you, Bills at Dolphins. If you haven't taken the Bills yet.
Yeah, now it's time.
They won the last game 31-21. That was before the Dolphins were so bad they got their GM fired midway through the season. Dolphins made no moves at the trade deadline, and what shocked us all, the Bills.
All that talk.
Bills defense is looking great. They got a great game plan against Mahomes, where they forced him off of his game. And
it would just make so much sense if we like gave Mahomes a terrible day and then Tua has like an 85% completion, throws for 300.
But here's the thing. The only way the Dolphins ever seem to beat the Bills is when they're playing in the hot, muggy weather in Miami.
Yeah.
It's fucking November.
I'm trying to remember the last time we lost to them.
It was that early season game in Miami where it was like 102 degrees. Yeah. That was the last time.
Yeah.
The argument to not take the Bills is the Bills still have some other games you could play. Now, you are talking about your survivor pool going all the way into December, because December 7th, Bengals at Bills, December 21st, Bills at Browns, and January 4th. If by some ungodly measure your survivor pool is still alive in January 1st, Jets at Bills.
Okay.
The other one, brought it up last week. This is no question going to be the number 1 pick, I think. Unless, I mean, if you save this team this long, fucking props to you, buddy. Like, if you got this team still available on your board, you should absolutely take them, because this is a no question win. Lions at Commanders. Now, I get it. The Commanders trounced the Lions in the divisional round, so you could make some argument that's like, Dan Quinn figured out how to beat his Dan counterpart. He has some kind of system that breaks this team. Different coordinators, different teams. The Commanders are playing guys that right now, with them preparing for the Grey Cup in Canada, there's people in the Grey Cup that are like, that guy's playing football? Like, come on. Like, this Commanders team it's dog water because of all the injuries to it. So no Jaden. Terry's questionable. Both defenses, by the way, are ravaged with injuries. Both Detroit and Washington. But the difference is that Detroit's offense isn't. Yeah. And it's a revenge game.
Oh, yeah.
The only other time I could think of taking the Lions is Cowboys at Lions, December 4th. But that's still, like, that's nowhere as good of a pick as taking the Lions at Commanders this week.
Even then, like, that game could turn into, like, a wild, like, 45-41, like, shootout or something crazy. So.
And my last one I got here, Raiders at Broncos. Raiders just traded their wide receiver 1. I get their real wide receiver 1 is Brock Bowers, but, Yeah. So currently, their pass catching options are Michael Mayer, Brock Bowers, and Trey Tucker. End of list. Aston Genty, I guess, sort of.
Yeah.
They're running into the buzzsaw that is the Broncos defense, though. I mean, like, I get it. Brock Bowers is a cheat code, but he's running up against, like, Drew Tranquil and Talanoa Hufanga and, I guess, Riley Moss. Wrong Riley. Riley Moss, if you want Brock Bowers to get a bunch of DPIs. The Broncos offense is super questionable and not very good and really bad and often poor at football. But they're playing the Raiders, and the Raiders defense isn't good either. So
no.
The other 2 times picked the Broncos. In 2 weeks, they play the Commanders. 11:30. So if you're at least to go on November 30th, they play the Commanders, and then finally December 7th at Vegas. So if you're going to take them at Vegas December 7th, just take them now when they're at home.
Yeah.
Those are my 4 ones. Those are my four picks for the survivor pool. Did I miss any that you think are obvious choices?
Not obvious choices, but like these are ones where it's like they have their caveats attached to them. Colts are home against the Falcons. What do you think of last week's performance? It makes me stay away from that game. Like, stay away from taking the Colts, I should say.
It's not a stay away from me. Like, I think that there's an argument there. The Steelers, sure, latched onto something, but we didn't do this doom and gloom after the Rams beat the Colts in week 4, And I think that's purely because at that point we didn't believe in the Colts, and so we thought it was all going to be over. But then they rattled off 4 straight wins, and now we're like, I guess the Colts are just great. So I think that some of this pro clutching, when like literally, Mike, their 2 losses are both 27-20. They're both 1-score games that they lost.
That Steelers game didn't feel like a 1-score game though.
Okay, but it was. That's the important thing, is that it was a 1-score game.
Okay. Okay. Right, there's that. I just think that like the Falcons have a good defense. They could give DJ trouble, and we could see what happens. Colts should win, but I don't know. I'm a little shaky on that one. I think Ravens at Minnesota is interesting, just if you are like totally purple pilled and you're like, Ravens are back.
I like
here comes the run, baby.
Could be either team. You could be purple pilled with either team.
Oh, that's true. If you're completely Lamar pilled or whatever you want to say,
darker purple pilled.
Yeah, if you're completely darker purple pilled and you're all into like Ravens are back mode, then you could take the Ravens here. I wouldn't, but you could.
Aaron Jones questionable. Does that shift that line for you at all?
No, not really. Jordan Mason isn't. So, and the other one here is still interesting. I would not recommend anybody doing this unless you have like no other choice. You got to do it. Jets are in they went full fire sale mode, at least defensively. The Browns have a really good defense. Is it crazy?
What? Let me ask you this. What would have to go right in this game for the Browns to win? Would it still be like Dylan Gabriel, like 117 yards, and they just have like 2 pick sixes or something?
Yeah, I mean, as long as like the Jets don't like miraculously somehow put up like don't hit like 21 points, I think the Browns could win. Well, Browns.
You mean like how last week when they put up 39 points?
Good point. All right, stay away, people. Stay away. Never mind then. I'm just an idiot.
They have. It's so funny to look at the Jets record. They put up 39 points last week. The only other time they were over 30 points was week 1 against the Steelers, who just shut down the unbeatable Indianapolis Colts. The NFL is so dumb because it's such a small sample size.
That wasn't last week. It was because they were on a bye last week.
They were on a bye last week. Their last game.
The previous week. Okay,
My
gotcha.
apologies.
Yeah, that's true. But now, like the vibes have shifted in the room. You know,
is it like in a better way or in a worse way?
No, everybody's sad. They're like, Sauce is gone. Quinnen's gone. Brees Hall was almost gone. What are you even doing here? Woody Johnson's walking. He's like, "Hey, Justin, you suck." I hope you die.
Outside noise while there's a guy standing in his locker room yelling at him and he sucks.
Most inside noise possible.
I would love to sit in there and just see like them be like, man, Quinnen's gone. Ahmad, I assume they call him Ahmad and not Sauce, but Ahmad's gone. Brees is gone, and Brees Hall's just standing there like holding his like Diet Coke, being like, I didn't get traded. And they're like, we're never gonna see Brees Hall again, man.
So sad.
Braylon, get in here.
Pour one out for Brees. Yeah.
So who are you going with, Mike? Who's your pick gonna be?
When I narrow down who I can't take, obviously, because I've gone so deep in the Survivor books, I'm so smart. I'm so good at this.
Reese's.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
I think I hate to do it, but I think I'm gonna have to go Detroit.
Yeah, I think if I was power ranking these, I would go Detroit, Buffalo, Denver, Carolina.
I usually try to get cute. You know, like I think
you're always cute.
Times. Oh, thank you. I usually try to be like, all right, I'm not gonna take like whatever couple teams are gonna be like the most heavily picked. I'm not taking them. That's fun. You know, I enjoy doing that. And then last week, like the other 3 people took either the Chargers or the Rams and had a pretty like stress-free Sunday, and I took Jacksonville and had my butt cheeks clenched.
Yeah, we talked
about
the very
last play.
We talked about this on the Monday episode, but it took a 68-yard field goal and a failed 2-point conversion for you to win that game.
But I won it. By God,
you won it.
So this weekend, I'll just hopefully take some stress off myself, take the Lions. But with my luck, Marcus Mariota will pop off. Frankie Louvu will have like 27 interceptions. Who knows?
Good news. Louvu's suspended. So
no, it got reduced.
Oh, he's no longer suspended?
Yeah, I thought it got reduced to a fine.
Well, it was already a fine.
Frankie Louvu suspended. Yeah, Commanders Luvu won't be suspended, NFL says.
Oh.
He's
going to be the guy that gets hurt next game?
Yeah. Luvu was instead fined $100,000.
Chump change.
Chump change.
How did the Commanders not trade anyone?
Yeah, I mean, I guess after like Daniels goes down, it's like, oh, let's see what we can get for some of these people that we don't really see as like long-term pieces of our future.
Daniels
like
still
Debo.
not on IR. Fucking wild.
Come on, they should have traded Terry.
Sell low, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Quick, is there any other games you wanna like shout out real quick? Like I just want to shout out Philly Green Bay. I think that game on paper looks like it has potential to be really fun, and I think that Green Bay is going to get completely dog walked.
Yeah, this is like the battle of the two most bitch-made teams in the NFL.
I don't think Philly's bitch made. I think Green Bay.
I think Philly's bitch made.
I don't think Philly's bitch made.
I think Philly's bitch made.
The I'm assuming what's gonna be America's game of the week. Rams 49ers for the lead.
Yeah.
The NFC West.
Yeah, NFC West. So it's a battle, and then there's the Cardinals. But other than that, it's a battle. Yeah, that should be a good one. I think Steelers Chargers is the game that features two like playoff winning record teams. It's gonna be the most boring.
I don't know, man. I think that we have the opportunity there. That's gonna be like a 31-34 game.
Wait, hold on one second. What was his name? Trevor Penning. Chargers traded a 6th-round pick for Trevor Penning because they're so desperate because they have had injuries on the offensive line. Dude, TJ Watt is gonna fucking. I mean, he's gonna be like he's gonna be able to kiss Justin Herbert on the cheek 2 seconds after the ball is snapped every time. He's gonna be all up in that kitchen.
If you had to put your entire life savings on Kamani Vidal to end up with positive or negative yards in this game,
I wouldn't do it. Negative. Like it doesn't look good. Chargers.
Is there any other games? Any other games we need to shout out here, Mike? New England Tampa Bay is probably another marquee game worth talking about.
Yeah, that should be good. Bummer that Evans is done for the year, but that should be good.
It's gonna be his first year where he misses 1,000 yards. I think that this is the actual first Patriots test, like since they've been on this whole streak. Dude, divisional games are weird. Like that's just the only way I can put it. Fair. Yeah, like divisional games are weird. But outside of the divisional win, Panthers, Saints, Titans, Browns, and Falcons on a game they won because of a missed extra point.
Yeah.
Outside of the divisional win, which once again, divisional games are weird. They have not played or they have not beat a single team with a winning record. So
no. We already touched on it. I think Falcons and Colts can end up being a really fun game. And then the other one that I will probably end up watching a good chunk of because I'm a sicko once again is Browns Jets. I find it intriguing.
Yeah, I think my top game is going to be Patriots Bucks. And I'm gonna be rooting like crazy for Drake May to throw 17 interceptions and shit his pants.
You hate some Drake May. You think Cardinals Seahawks could turn out to actually be a lot of fun?
Yes. Well, no, I don't believe in Jacoby Brissett.
No, but
Jacoby Brissett's 1-2, and we're like, do they have a quarterback problem?
No, they don't. But like,
that's how bad the vibes are with Kyler.
This could just be like that weird like 3-week stretch where Brissett's gonna pop off.
I'm just saying that's how weird the vibes are with Kyler. That Jacoby Brissett can go 1-2, and the one win is on national TV, and we're like, quarterback competition? Is there a controversy going on here? Is Kyler Murray gonna be playing for Shanghai next year?
Did you see the clip of Stephen A. dipping out of the box, saying bye to Jerry Jones?
No.
Yeah, the Cardinals scored to go up like 10-0, and Stephen A. just has this like look on his face, and then he gets up, like pats Jerry on the shoulder. He's like, I gotta go.
Excellent.
Stephen
A. making content when he's not even trying to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mike, we're going to close up the podcast here with a little game that we like to play around these parts called Prospect Wordle.
Cue the music. Why aren't you cueing the music?
I'm letting the music play. It's a very long song. We're going to sit here for about 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah.
It's all of Stairway to Heaven.
But it's actually just me doing an a cappella.
Yes.
Because because goddamn YouTube won't let me upload all my Stairway to Heaven clips I've made over the years. All right, Mike, Prospect Wordle is a game that we play as we prepare for the draft. Since Mike is a big college football guy, he gets 6 opportunities to guess a player that I have come up with before time. Before each guess, Mike gets a hint. Those hints in order are height and weight, projected draft day, class or times transferred, Mike's favorite hint on the board, position, conference, and then team. Mike, are you ready for your first hint for Prospect Wordle?
Wait. Ready.
How have I not made this into a recurring short? This perfect.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
you could short, yeah.
This player, Mike, 6'4", 235 pounds.
Ooh, you. That's a boy. He's a big boy. 6'4", 230. That screams tight end. Isn't that? That scream tight end. Who are the top tight ends in this draft? Not a strong tight end class. I'll say Kenyon Sadiq.
No,
that was
6'4",
right. You're lying.
235. This player, Mike, is a day 2 player.
Day 2 player. Okay. So once again, tight end would work because, like I said, not a deep tight end class. Like Kenyon Sadiq, for example, is probably a day 2 player.
Do you want to apologize to Colston Loveland for saying he wasn't better than Tyler Warren after he had the touchdown to win the game?
One game, and we're gonna act like he's worth come on. He got 90% of his yards of the whole season in that one game. Get out of here, kid.
Yeah, but that one game was more impressive than anything Tyler Warren's done in his entire life.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna stick on tight ends, and we're gonna go with Ole Miss transfer and now Baylor Bear Michael Trigg.
No.
Fuck you.
Do you want to know what class or the number of times transferred for this player?
Number of times transferred.
Number of times transferred. Mike, 6'4", 235, day 2 pick. This player has transferred 2 times.
2 times.
2 times.
I feel like Trigg transferred 2 times. Are you sure it wasn't Michael Trigg? You want to double check? I think you're wrong. I think it was Michael Trigg.
Hold on, let me check my numbers. Hold on, let me.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
My screen looks ridiculous now because I had to do the typing.
Could it be like an edge rusher at 6'4", 230? I think it could be an edge rusher. But I don't know. So we're thinking 2nd round edge rusher. I don't know. I don't think this guy transferred though. I also think he might have already been an answer. Mateo Uyagule?
No. I will say, there's no guarantee that these players haven't been a transfer before because sometimes, Mike, I forget to check.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God. That's like Jeopardy being that could be the right answer, but sometimes we don't look it up.
6'4", 235, day 2, 2 transfers. This player, Mike, is a running back.
It's running back?
It's a tight end. Okay. It's a tight end. I just want
I was right. I was right with tight end. Once again, don't know if you're transferred, but I'll just throw out Max Clare from Ohio State. All right. Well, you're an asshole.
6'4", 235, day 2 pick, 2 transfers at tight end. Mike, this player plays in the Southeastern Conference.
The SEC, you say?
The SEC, I say.
Is it Eli Stovers?
It is Eli Stovers. Congratulations, Mike. You have gotten Prospect Wordle in 5 guesses.
5 guesses. Better than 6.
Better than 6.
That was last week.
This was one of the rare times where if you picked class or times transferred, it would have been helpful.
Why? What is Stovers?
Eli Stovers is a graduate.
Oh, 6-year boy or 5-year boy.
He's 22 years old. He's 22 years old,
man,
and he's a graduate. I don't know how the fucking happened. How is that possible?
Diego Pavia.
Diego Pavia is a freshman. He had his freshman year, then a redshirt freshman year, then a COVID freshman year.
Yeah.
Then he dropped out and came back. He's a freshman. Few people know this.
I should have thought of that when you said 2 times transferred. Because I couldn't tell you where Stovers played before Vandy, but just the way Vandy's built that team to now be successful, it makes sense that they would have some notable transfers. Damn.
All right, Mike. Anything else on the way out the door? Any last second news or anything that we need to cover?
I don't think so.
There's people that will record a podcast with Twitter open so they can get to the news, and it's fuck, just talk about it on your live stream or whatever.
Yeah. Dorks.
No one's gonna watch Texans Jags, right? That's important to mention because it's gonna be Davis Mills against Jacoby Myers.
Why would we bring up Texans Jazz or Texans Jags?
You really confused me because I was looking at a headline that said Jazz, and I was like, did I say Jazz?
I don't know.
Just thinking about next week of football. Just no one's gonna watch that game, right?
Like I already took Jacksonville, and there'd be no reason on
Yeah.
earth to take Houston. So yeah.
All right, Mike. With that, you want to hit your plugs and we'll get out of here?
Yeah, follow me, Talon Mike, Twitter, Blueski, all the good stuff. And keep an eye out for any written work. Hopefully should have something coming out this week. But per usual, I shouldn't promise anything. So knock on wood.
You can follow me at Talon Adam on X. You can follow me at Cotan Film Pod on Blueski, which we should clarify for anyone that's new to the podcast, is Blue Sky. It's Blue Sky.
They know.
It feels weird to say. We are on YouTube. If you are just listening to the audio version of this podcast, at Talent Alone Podcast on there. We'll be live streaming tomorrow. So I got to get this podcast out tonight now that I've said that. We'll be live streaming tomorrow at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, playing NFL Blitz, the 2026 roster update in the path to get grand champion. I think we have 8 out of 31 wins.
There you go.
I haven't checked in a while, though, because
it's like a fourth of the way there.
It's been like 2 weeks since we've done it.
Yeah.
We now make shorts, so if you like what we're doing here, if you watch the video version of this podcast, be sure to subscribe. Keep an eye out for those shorts. You just go on there and comment, and I obsessively refresh it, so I reply to all the comments.
Oh, like video shorts. I think you meant like we're actually making like shorts, like the clothing. I got really excited.
Oh my god, should we do that instead? That would be such a funny pivot.
Yeah, I also have like tap right on the ass cheeks.
Yeah.
That's actually probably bad, yeah, because then people would think it would be like consent to just come up and smack someone in the butt.
It'll say Basky on the testicles.
Yeah.
You can check out all of our work on townalone.com, where we post all of our written content. Mike, don't we have a pay-per-view coming up soon?
We do.
Yeah. When?
Why do you always ask me questions? Full Gear's on the 22nd.
And when's WWE's next show? I feel like you'd be way more excited about WWE. Your boy's World Heavyweight Champion.
He is. There's just like a lot about that company to not be excited about right now.
Uh-huh.
Not to get the a certain either side of like the internet cult wrestling world. Is this like the LeBron gif?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the next one because War Games is until the 29th.
There you go. So a couple weeks out, we'll have another wrestling article up on the site. We'll be back on Friday with an episode of Basky covering hockey. And then we'll be back here next week talking about Week 10 football and previewing Week 11. And with that, Mike, would you like to give a Vanderbilt Bears base shout-out?
You mean the Commodores?
There you go. Vanderbilt Commodores base shout-out.
How do you not know that? They're the commies, just like your team. There's a couple
I don't like thinking about my team. Yeah.
That's true. You don't. Shout out. Shout out to Diego. Ooh, the Poppy. Diego Pavia.
There you go.
There you go.
It's no poo team, but it's pretty good.